Impact points. I was gonna make this a screen share because there's a bunch of them. I can't remember them all off the top of my head. I gotta look at them on here. I was gonna make a screen share, but I can't get my screen share thing to work. It's a pain in the butt. I just want to get these videos out. I don't want to delay it. So you're gonna have to, if you like these, you're gonna have to take notes. You're gonna have to get a little piece of paper and maybe go through the lesson a few times and write some notes. We'll go through that little pea brain of yours, and you will remember them, and you'll sell more ads because of this. Impact points. So you never get this kind of content anywhere. I've never seen any other product. This should be the only product you ever buy that has stuff like this. Freaking stomach is growling. I'm so starving. My freaking stomach is growling. Impact points are things that are sprinkled, like little things that you can sprinkle around the way you talk, the way when you pitch things and using your collateral, little phrases, little words, little impact points that kind of build up the value or make something worth more or get someone to perceive the card or whatever it is you're selling better. I've got a ton of these, and I've got some of them here. So take some notes. Let them soak into your little pea brain. I'm going to try to rip through these fast. One thing you can do is show a heavily populated neighborhood. You go on stock, you go on Canva, you go on stock footage, Google image, remove the watermark or whatever, Photoshop it out, pay for it, A densely populated neighborhood. And I should have one, we should have freaking put this together, but it's too late. Get a nice neighborhood, a screenshot. You could even use your own. You can go on bird's eye view on Google Earth. This is my preferred way of doing it. You go on Google, not Google Maps, Google Earth. You go on Google Earth with the little globe spins around, and you go to your neighborhood, which will have this 3D. You can look at it from an aerial view, not on top, not like satellite, but at like a 45-degree angle, and you see the whole neighborhood, and you take screenshots of the neighborhoods, and you count the houses. So you take a screenshot. I wish I had a freaking picture. I should have been more prepared. If you look at a thing of like 250 homes, it looks like a sea of homes, like it's a huge neighborhood area. And then you can show people this neighborhood or whatever. There's only 250. You're going to get 10,000 of these. It puts into perspective. Oh my God, this is a lot of homes. Even more so if you're using screenshots. You're not supposed to use screenshots. I can't say that. Of the Google map of Google Earth. So they can see it, visual. Another visual thing you can do to really hit home how big this 10,000 piece, because some business owners don't think 10,000 is a lot. They may be used to seeing a billboard that gets 80,000 people a day or something. They have to be convinced and shown how big 10,000 really is, of postcards getting into people's hands. So the Google shots help that, the neighborhoods, but also listing the streets. I used to have sheets all the time of all the streets. See, I don't have to do this stuff anymore because I get so many clients. I can fill card, no problem. Doesn't matter. But when you're out there starting from scratch, you need all this stuff. And you're trying to get new people. You need all this stuff to really hit it home. You get a sheet. You can put them in the laminator. You can put them in little sleeves, whatever. You can put it in PDF. You're emailing, messaging, and you list all the streets. So not just a picture of the neighborhood, but the streets. People know, oh, this street, this neighborhood, these streets, and they see all the streets in the zones that you're going to mail to. It really hits home. It really puts a visual aspect, gives them a perspective how big this town. You'll see all these streets everywhere. It's like, this is going to go to all these? Yes. It's only $500. It should cost you $10,000. That's a great impact point. If you're doing flyer distributions, you can put the list of all the places it's going to be at. So you can see it's going to be here, here, here. It's going to be at the bank, at the laundromat, at the church. It's going to be everywhere. Anywhere you can put this visual, and it doesn't have to be visual, it could be visual in their head. So you're saying these things if you're in front of them, or you're putting them in your little marketing materials, or a business card, or a leave behind, or your website, or your PDF that you're sending people. Whatever you're doing, it's your business. You do what you want. I like to say things like, what other advertising can you reach everyone in a whole neighborhood? That's an impact point. What other advertising can you reach everyone in a whole neighborhood like that instantly? It gets delivered in one day. Instantly. Every single person in a whole neighborhood. Business owners love neighborhoods because they can identify them. They know which neighborhoods are good, lucrative, ones they want to reach. What other advertising? You can't SEO them, right? If you're advertising on the internet, that's great, but you're looking at people that are coming in. This is a way to find the people that you want, to reach the people that may not be searching for something right now, but they need their freaking kitchen done. They're thinking about their kitchen done. In every area, this is an impact point. I'm saying this how I would talk to a business owner, but this is an impact point. In every area, every neighborhood, there's someone that's, like I say, I'm talking a kitchen contractor. There's someone that's probably thinking about doing their kitchen. At some point, maybe they're looking to do it now. Maybe they're looking next season or whatever, they're thinking about it. How are you going to reach that person? In virtually every neighborhood, there's going to be someone that's thinking of that, or whether they're carpet cleaning business or pizzeria, or whether there's someone that's thinking about pizza tonight. There's someone that's thinking about a cleaner carpets. There's someone. They're going to go somewhere. And maybe not now, maybe not right now. Maybe they're going to do it in a month or the next season. But how do you reach those people? How do you let them know, hey, you're here. You've got a good deal. You're the place to go. There's no other way except a postcard. There's no other way. There's no other way you could just get that to that person. You know who those people are, but you know they're in that neighborhood. You know the neighborhoods that they're in. Postcards can do that, and you could spend $1 each postcard in postage and printing it yourself, spend $10,000, or you could spend a few $100, buy a space on here and let everyone else pay for it. And it reaches that person. So it's an impact point. There's also like tonality. I'm using certain tonalities and stuff that really makes it convincing. But sprinkle that stuff in. Use that stuff. Take a note on it. Use it in your material. It really makes sense. It's like a bulletproof statement. And people are like, oh, that makes sense. There's people, and I don't know any other way to reach them. I'll say things like, you can't run an ad on a TV, right? You don't know if they're going to watch the TV. Are they going to watch the TV? Is that person going to be listening to the radio when you run your ad? You're going to go to the billboard. But you send a postcard and it's going to be there. I say you can fly a hot air balloon. You could send a hot air balloon up in the air and float it around the neighborhood. But not everyone's going to be there and then looking up at the hot air balloon. And that'll cost a lot more than a few $100. So for $500, 5 cents a piece, you can change it to 5 cents a piece, 3 cents a piece, or whatever. You can get a postcard right in their mailbox. And junk mail is another impact point. This whole thing is just impact points, little impact points you sprinkle around. Junk mail, because whenever you're talking about direct mail, junk mail comes up. People are thinking junk mail. No one wants junk mail. So it's better to actually put junk mail into your pitch or you're talking with someone before they even bring it up. An objection is always better the easiest way to overcome an objection is to handle it way before it even comes up. Just bring it. Don't even let it become an issue. It's easier to just knock it out earlier. So bring up junk mail and say junk mail. You might be thinking junk mail. No one looks at junk mail. Well, the reason there's like freaking direct mail is like the most expensive advertising media. They're not spending. Companies aren't spending freaking $8 gazillion getting stuff to your mailbox for nothing. It works. But junk mail is most absolutely certainly not local stuff. Like credit card offer, student loan freaking bill, that's junk mail. If you look at your own mailbox, you don't really get too much from local businesses. Like, you're going to tell me your wife doesn't want to freaking get a local, like, women's clothing store or local nail salon or something, or your husband doesn't want to get a freaking, I don't know, freaking work boot freaking business or something, you know, whatever, fishing, freaking this thing, reel, whatever that's called, fly fishing, the fish. You know, the local sporting goods store. People want to get stuff from their local businesses, but they never send them anything. They don't want junk mail. They want stuff from the local business. It's not junk mail. Like a colorful postcard for your favorite restaurant. It's not junk mail. It's junk mail. It's not junk mail. So local business, not junk mail. Junk mail is credit card officers, stupid political thing. Vote for me. That's junk mail. Oh, that dude's calling me. Claude. Oh, God. One more thing of impact points. You got your little notepad. You're going to stop the video and get a notepad and write these down and then hammer it into your brain. Make sure you mention how printing and stamping. A stamp, this takes 2 stamps. Even Scott Meisner's giant 11.5 by 14 cards take 2 stamps to mail. $1.10 in postage just to mail. You're getting these for a few $100. You have to be stupid not to do it. Don't say that. Don't say that. Businesses like yours are not supposed to get 10,000 mailers. It's an impact point. Businesses like yours, they're not supposed to get 10,000 mailers for a few $100. They're not supposed to do it, but we're all just paying for it ourselves. We're all helping each other pay for it. Response, like I said, for the junk mail, the best way to overcome an objection is to just prevent it from happening. It's just clear it up before it even comes up. So in their little pea brains, they're going to be thinking junk mail, bad. So you clear that up before it comes up as an objection. And also they think of a response. They think, I don't know what kind of response I'm going to get. It's going to get a response. And then you got to go try to tackle that objection. Or maybe they don't even bring these up. They listen to your thing and they have it in their brain. They're worried about response and they're worried about junk mail, and they don't say anything. They don't actually make an objection. They just say, I got to think about it. But in their heads, they're like, I don't want to send junk mail. So you got to bring these things up before they happen and just steamroll over them before they happen so they just don't come up. You brought up junk mail. You cleared that up. Now you bring up response. And the easiest way to do that is use this little impact statement and just say, and respond. You're probably wondering like how many I'm going to get and stuff. I don't have a crystal ball. Just say that. I don't have a crystal ball. We can't look into the future. I don't know. People are weird. People get the thing in the mail and they need it done, but they don't. They get sidetracked and they do something else. The good thing about direct mail that has a huge advantage over any other kind of advertising is it's storable. You can take the thing, you take the postcard, and they put it up on their fridges. They put it on a coffee table. They set it on a counter. They put it somewhere and they say, I'll get back to this, or I'll look at this later, or I'll show my spouse or whatever later. I might need this done in the future. I'll set it there. It gets storable. It's not like you just send a freaking email or whatever, or you add mobile ad. They don't like save the ad and screenshot it and revisit it later. They don't do that. It's just a fleeting. Now they scroll through their feeds. They don't even notice freaking it. They just swing past it. Mail gets noticed. It's storable. So I mentioned crystal ball. Say something, I don't have a crystal ball. People are weird. You never know what they're going to do. Those are impact statements. You put that in your little mouth or whatever when you're talking to people, and it makes sense. They're like, yeah, people are weird. You never know what they're going to do. And then you don't know if there's like a realtor. This happens all the time. I do more postcards for realtors than any other industry right now. They'll do like 6 months of postcards and they maybe they don't get any calls and they're all frustrated and stuff. And then like 2 months later, they're like, I just got a listing from someone who had the freaking postcard and they sat on it for a year. And then they get an $800,000 house listing or something. People they store things. They don't act on them right away. If you're repetitively mailing, it comes at the moment they need something, they call you. So that's how I kind of cover response. And you talk about exposure. We're just going to get this into the hands of whatever neighborhoods. Can't be anything bad about getting every single person in this neighborhood instantly in their hands looking at it. Like, I don't know any other advertising that does that. Whether they decide to go visit you, I don't know. I don't have the crystal ball. But I'm pretty sure it's a pretty good thing. You can do it for only a couple $100. And neighborhood, I use the word neighborhoods a lot because it's a really good... It's something like business owners don't always understand keywords and traffic, and they're bombed by every marketer talking about keywords and page one and SEO and algorithms and traffic. And many businesses already have some kind of thing. Maybe they're already working with someone with SEO or whatever. That's what they're usually accustomed to when they're talking paid advertising. No one ever talks about neighborhoods, like reaching a neighborhood. So I say the word neighborhood a lot. I say it to you a lot. I say it to clients and prospects a lot because it's a really, really strong advantage that we have. You just can't advertise to specific neighborhoods in any other way. Direct mail allows you to get right into any neighborhood that you want or any demographic that you want if you want to do targeted mailings. But EDDM, 9x12, share postcards, neighborhoods are just great because it cannot, like, they can understand. They can't always understand keywords and traffic and page one SEO, and they hear all these terms. They don't understand it. They don't trust it, but neighborhoods are very attractive to them. Knowing that they could reach a specific neighborhoods instantly, like they can grasp the size, the people. They have a visual. They know the area. They know where the people are coming from, and you don't have to wait for them to come to you. You can go to them. So mentioning neighborhoods, mentioning even demographics and just areas of town, super powerful. Use it in your literature, use it in your talking points. in your scripts and your prospect. Well, what just use neighborhoods and use that concept of relaying neighborhoods everywhere you can. They immediately grasp it. That's it. That's a lot of impact points. I have a ton more, but that's enough. That's going to fill your whole little notebook. Now we go to the next lesson.